So I've got a question. How do you study? Because what I've come across for a lot of different students nowadays is that the way that they study hasn't really changed. What I mean is how they study has always been the same process from before. For example, a lot of kids go to school, take some notes from lecture or what their teacher teaches them. They go home, do their homework, study their homework and their notes, and then they go ahead and go take the test. Now, in some cases, that may work, and here's the thing, depending on the difficulty of school and depending on how hard some of these tests may be, you might actually be able to get by with just this amount of effort, studying a little bit, looking over your notes, and then going and taking your test. But what I want to remind you about is the fact that this doesn't always work, especially as you get up to the higher levels of high school and college. What students who end up doing better and who end up having an advantage when it comes to schooling and education are the ones who realize that this form of note-taking and test-taking is a little bit broken. There's a couple things that are kind of missing that will make learning A, more fun, and B, more efficient as well. So the first thing is having the right types of strategies and the structures that are necessary in order to memorize and in order to conceptually understand a new concept, right? But on the other hand, what you also need to be able to do is be efficient with your note-taking and understand that notes of all different kinds, not just the lecture notes that your teacher gives you, but your own observations of the world, your homework, and other sources as well can all be, compiled together in a single study guide. Now, what I find is a lot of students have issues with the teachers that take concepts and take the learning material and then they force the students to apply it to something new. In that case, it may be kind of tough to predict what a teacher may be asking, but with full conceptual understanding and different applications and different examples to pull from, it may be a little bit easier to identify what your teacher is looking for. So, how do you study? Do you study and just do what every other kid does and go to school, take your lecture notes, go home and study your homework, and then go and take your test? If that process doesn't change, what I will tell you is that eventually there will be a point where you may hit some difficulty when it comes to your studies. Because at a certain point, the difficulty of the material that you will be learning will shoot up exponentially. And as a result, the time and effort that you put forth needs to be efficient in order to eventually be productive. Now, if you have questions about what all of this stuff means, go ahead and let me know. This is Eric here over with Exclusive Tutoring San Diego. I run a small tutoring company here in San Diego, California. And what I really help focus students on is conceptual understanding, different techniques, and different ways to be efficient with their studying and productive. And in the end, my ultimate goal is to help them out with college applications and getting into the college of their dreams. So if any of that sounds like you, or if you know somebody that sounds like that, go ahead and share these little tips. And you may also go on to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. If you look up tutortip, the hashtag tutortip, or the hashtag plan organized college, you'll actually come across a lot of the different materials that I've put out there. So hope to talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, email me at eric@exclusivetutoringsd.com. And I hope to hear from you guys soon. Have a great day, guys.